Assembly impeaching him or the Federal Executive Council declaring him incapable of continuing in office, any of the three options, would that amount to disgracing him out of office? Would that amount to him or that family not having sufficient funds to look after his health?
Totally, absolutely not. What they are doing to Yar'Adu today is demeaning. It is very disrespectful. He has become a joke. His own people, the people who should love him the most, his family, his children, his in-laws, these are the people that have reduced Yar'Adu to the ridicule of the world. These are the people that have reduced Yar'Adu to a comic figure that you can remove his head and put it on anything, on an ambulance. You can remove his head and put it on a sick bed. I mean, they are the people that have turned Yar'Adu into this thing. I have great sympathy for him. During the process of the Niger Delta issue, discussions and all that, I have had the privilege, let me put it like that, of meeting Yar'Adu close up, of sitting in meetings to express my positions and my people's opinion of situations. And every time I have met him, deep down in my heart, I have felt, oh my God, this man is not well. This man is very ill. If you're close to him, you can see it. I don't see how people, because of power, because of politics, PDP is greatly responsible for what is happening to Yar'Adu. How a political party that calls itself the greatest party in Africa can be part of this perpetration of this evil against Nigerians, and particularly against the leader of their party, is totally beyond me. They are, as I said, they have criminalized, they've turned Yar'Adu into a criminal because Yar'Adu has failed to do the things that he claims he stood on, rule of law. He has failed to write the letters, the things that he was supposed to do. And we hear that there were times he wanted to do those things and he was stopped. There were times he had expressed desire to resign because he felt that he couldn't cope. And people who were benefiting greatly, who are still benefiting from Yar'Adu. You can't have two captains in a ship. You cannot have two presidents ruling a country. What type of country is that? We're no longer even a banana republic. They've reduced Nigeria into a tomato republic. And I say that the people of Nigeria, yes it is, because tomato, within 24 hours, tomato can crumble in your hand. They've reduced Nigeria to a tomato republic. And this is totally unacceptable. And especially to the person of Yar'Adu, I think that in all the people that have governed Nigeria, good or bad, I think Yar'Adu is the one person that came and ended up with all the mess that has been created in the past 50 years. He is not part of the creation of the mess of this country. And yet they have put it on his shoulder and they won't even let the man rest. They won't even let him heal himself. He has a terminal disease, for God's sake. Why is it that Nigerian politicians run away from the truth and always tell Nigerians lies? We know what is true and what is lie.
And I don't understand what this fear is all about, that if you remove him now and then there's an acting president, maybe who then will have or nominate a substantive vice president, will that seriously change the political dynamics in Nigeria? If so, isn't that saying something fundamentally wrong with our practice of democracy in the past 10 years?
Well, the first thing you've got to ask is what comes first, Nigeria or the dynamics of its politics? You first need a country within which to play politics. And right now, our country...
And then where does the people come in all of this? Nigerians, where is the interest of Nigerians?
That's precisely the point. You need a country with people before you begin to talk about the dynamics of its politics. In terms of chronology, the country and its people come first, and they are not negotiable. The problem we've got at the moment is that our country is in mortal peril. Our country is in grave danger, and anybody who denies that is lying. Or is not being honest to themselves. And events like bringing the president in the circumstances that they did, events like Jaws, the spiraling of situations in places that are supposed to be as peaceful and as sleepful as Ebonyi State, tell you that the country is in grave danger. And in the creeks, the boys are rearming, they're reconstituting their hardware. Now, when you look at all of that, The question you've got to ask is, do we preserve the politics as usual, or do we try and get a country together, irrespective of whatever happens, so that we have the opportunity of reconstituting our politics? Given the options, I would go for doing what is right by our constitution, so that we'll be able to reconstitute our politics next year. Because don't forget, in about 1 year, we'll be doing a presidential election. Why are people, let me just correct the impression. I don't think there is anybody in their right minds who will talk about shoving Yar'Adu aside. I do think that most Nigerians who look at this dispassionately would have a lot of feeling and empathy for the man.
Yes.
And most Nigerians who look at this would understand that the situation is not of his making. At one end, Professor Shoyinka 2 days ago spoke of the president being a victim of spousal abuse. A lot of Nigerians take that view. I'm not necessarily saying that is my view. I'm reporting what is out there on the streets. And I do think that that is the way a lot of Nigerians in different segments of this country, north, south, east, west, irrespective of sect or in the faith, say it. And I do therefore think that people are able to separate. People have the sophistication in this country to separate the political from the personal, the president's illness from our politics. And the politicians are the people who have not given us credit for our level of political sophistication and personal sympathy and empathy for our president.
Okay, let's come back to reality now. I'm talking about ways out. One of the ways out, according to the same Nigeria group, is that since the people around the president will not allow him to do that which is honorable, that the Federal Executive Council should take the lead. That's invoking Section 144. And a lot of people have said that that's a brick wall on its own. That here you are talking of ministers who, in the first place, are appointees of the president, many of who still owe their loyalty to the president. Those who they want to waver at that, who say, well, we can't see the president, so there's no need to be loyal to the president. But they also have new masters pulling the strings back at home. The governors who nominated them in the first place to the president for appointment as ministers are the ones now pulling the strings. Do you see, in the face of all of this, do you see the Federal Executive Council being able to do that which we're asking them to do?
Well, honestly, we don't. Based on their antecedents, based on their body language, based on what the Governors Forum have said, based on the position of the PDP, we don't see it. But we have, in the person of Goodluck Jonathan, for now we have an acting president. And if they are going to make his work difficult, the Save Nigeria group is calling on him that he should dissolve the Federal Executive Council. For me, I believe that is the quickest way out, because you see, they have become the problem of Nigeria moving forward, moving outside of what is happening. We have looked at the issue of Yar'Adu's rights, what Yar'Adu should have done, what Yar'Adu is not able to do, or what Yar'Adu has not done. Now, looking at all of those things, Nigeria must move forward. We can't go on like this. So if the Federal Executive Council members, the ministers, are not going to do the right thing by Nigerians because Yar'Adu put them there, well, Yar'Adu is not the acting president. And the chances of Yar'Adu coming back within the next 10 months or 12 months, we don't know. So for now, the right thing must be done. And the acting president has the powers, the presidential powers, to dissolve that Federal Executive Council. If Yar'Adu was on seat now and he decides that he's going to dissolve that Federal Executive Council, is it the Forum of Governors that is going to tell him that he cannot? Or is it the ministers that are there that is going to tell him that he cannot? So he has the powers of Yar'Adu. It has been handed to him for now. So he must exercise those powers. And if the only way out for Nigeria is to dissolve that cabinet, then he has no choice. The acting president owes a responsibility to Nigeria and Nigerians.
So don't you think the fact that